Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we are going to learn how we can find the slowest query in our application. So for example, if right now I am in my full controller, if I click export and come to CRUD here, do something here as well. Then go to, for example, export Excel import and export the Excel from here also. As you guys can see, it takes a lot of time. Now if I come to my VS Code in the log, in here you guys can see all the queries that run behind the scene are listed in here with the time, controller and the line number. In here I can find which of my queries have took too much time to execute. For example, this one took 11 milliseconds, this one 0.91, and this one 14.02. So let's see how we can build this and find our slowest query in our application. So let's start. Let's go to inside our app folder, inside providers, app service provider. In here, inside our root method, in here we will type db : listen to the queries that executes in our project, and in here I will type a function with a query as a parameter. Then inside here, if I type log : info and for type query and SQL, I can get my SQL query. Now let's go and test this the browser. Let's click the export. Okay, the query has been run. Now let's go to our storage, logs, and our Laravel log. In here, as you guys can see, I got the query that has been executed. Now I can also get the time as well. So if I type here the time and type $query time, I get the time as well. So now let's click again. Let's go to our control log file again. Now in here I got the time again. Now I also want to get the location of this query that has been executed, the file which executed this query, the file or the controller. So for that, in here I will type, create a variable with the name of stack, and in here let's type debug backtrace, and type debug backtrace, ignore arguments, this one. Okay, after that, this will if I come and log this, you guys can see that it will give me a bunch of files. So just for testing purposes, let's do this. Let's clear all this and only log this stack. So I will type stack. Now let's go to browser, let's export again, and now let's go to our log. As you guys can see, it gives me that much information, which I don't need these things. I only need the location of the query that has been executed. So for that, in here I will type for each $stack as $call, and inside here I will type a condition. I say set $call file if it's available, and str post $call file, which is, I don't want to see this lines of codes which are inside the window. So window is equal to false. Then $controller file is equal to $call file, and controller line is equal to call line, and break if it's found it. Now after that, I can log them. So let's go and log everything to see if we are got the information correct. So let's say the SQL would be $and query SQL, and time would be query time controller is $and controller file, and also we can type the line. So let's say controller line. Okay, now let's go to our browser. Let's check now to our log file. Let's delete everything from here. Test it one more time. Okay, as you guys can see, we got our log, we got our SQL query, we got our time, and also we got our controller in here. But as you guys can see, it gives me the full part of the controller, which I don't want this. I just only want the few information of this, not the full part of that. So we can do that as well. So for that, I have to come here and type $controller file is equal to str replace and put the string that I want to replace. So for example, I want to replace up to here. So up to up. Let's copy this and paste it here and replace it with empty string. Put back to controller file. Okay. Now let's go clear everything from here again. Let's go and execute our query back. Okay. Now, as you guys can see, the controller, this line has been shorted. We can also fetch the parameters. So fetch that the parameters that we send. We can do $sign bindings is equal to include $sign query and bindings. Now, if I come here and type bindings, I can also get that. So it will like this. So everything is set. Now let's clear this and test our code. So let's go to browser, export here. Let's go to generate PDF. Okay, now let's go to full calendar. Okay, everything is set. Now let's go to our log and check all the queries. So as you guys can see, for each the query that has run, we got the time, the query, and the location of the query that has been executed. For example, this query, if I go to schedule controller line 21, let's go to schedule controllers schedule controller line number 21. So as you guys can see, this is the query that run. So hope you enjoyed and liked the video, and if you have any questions, write it down in the comment.